again. All right, and share the screen. All right, there you go.
Okay, so Linda's controlling my slides for me. So my name is Lori, and Linda gave me a wonderful introduction there. Thank you, Linda. I did want to say, Andy, that I noticed that you use data from the MAP dashboard, and when I'm not a graduate student at the U of A, I actually work on that website compiling all of that data. So it was really nice to see you using it. I think the wage data on teachers is very important for people to realize. And it's important to realize that we always say we have a low cost of living here in Arizona, but when we adjust for cost of living, we still are paying our teachers. They can move one state north and make $15,000 more immediately. So I think that's really important data to share. So thank you. As a member of the AAUW team, what we've been working on is some resources where teachers will be able to share, like a resource exchange, as well as writing grants to increase their funding for their individual projects. So do we want to go forward, Linda? Yes, okay. So we have been, Lakin and I have been busy, as well as Linda, and a team of students this summer that Linda put together while I was taking my comprehensive exams, on compiling a grant writing. Can people hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm getting some back noise there. So we developed a grant writing 101 course in Canva, which is an online platform Canvas, which is an online platform. And we've also developed a Mighty Network, which we are envisioning as a resource exchange for teachers. So let's go, here we go. So this is our grant writing, or just a little bit about our grant writing course. And it's for people who have never written a grant before. And we are charging $20 for it, but there are scholarships available. You can see there is a scan to how to get to it, as well as a URL. And it's tested by teachers. It's compiled with resources that we, from grant writing experts. If you've written grants before and you just want a refresher, but it's really designed for somebody who, wants to write a grant, needs some things for their classroom, and has never written a grant before. How do they go about it? How do they write a needs statement? How do they make a budget for that? So we encourage you to share this with anybody you know, any teachers you know who might be interested in writing some grants to get some money. And we did have a team. Linda put the team together this summer while I was taking my comprehensive exams. And that's Katrina Marino and Pauline Ugadi, Linda, and Layla Esmali, Jennifer Streifer, and then Lakin Kearns and myself finished it up this fall. So we're really proud of that, and we're really excited to offer that as a resource to the K-12 educators in Arizona. And next up, we have a Mighty Network. So I guess the best way I could explain this is something like Facebook, but we envision this as a resource exchange for educators. So it's a place where people can join and share what they're doing in their classrooms, what's happening at their schools. We have a bunch of topics that we've set up, but we envision this to be an organic space where the topics that will grow will be the things that are of interest to people. They can share their perspectives there. They can share information. They can share experiences. They can make suggestions. So if somebody is experiencing a situation and maybe one of our topics is mobile teaching strategies, does anybody have ideas on how to handle that? So just a nice resource exchange for our K-12 educators. And one of the topics that we have set up that we're really excited, it's opening up today, is a teacher's wish list. So teachers can go on there, and we've set aside as AAUW $5,000 to grant these $100 wishes. They can go on there, write a short little blurb just to give us warm and fuzzies about what they're using the money for. And then they can give us a link to their Amazon wish list. And if it's not Amazon, then another website that we can go on and grant their wishes for them. And then we envision that as growing. So we have this seed money to start it. But we envision this as something that community people who want to support teachers will get on there and grant those wishes. So I have how you can find our Mighty Network, and it's free to join. Does anybody have any questions for me?
No questions.
No questions.
So it will.
Either I spoke too quickly or I answered everybody's questions.
Lori, can anybody use the network?
Yes.
You don't have to be a teacher.
No, because we want people to get on and like grant wishes.
On an ongoing basis. This is an information exchange, Shirley. It also will be a place that people can put their wish list. In Texas, we heard a story. I haven't verified it, so I'm telling this this is unverified, okay? But somebody had a site like this. The teachers put out their wish list, and some Texas billionaire granted all the wishes, right? So we want the public to be part of the Tucson Teacher Trading Post, and we certainly want the teachers to be there as an information sharing. Okay, and I have my gratitude to Lakin and Laurie who did that site as well as their work on the grant writing. But yes, it's for everybody, and we want you and your friends to join. So that we actually got a new member this morning. Some of you know Maxine Goodman. Maxine helps with publicity for our branch, and I had told her about it, so she logged on. So there we are. We've got our first new member, but we want to see lots of people out there in the next few weeks with teachers adding their wish list and other people, noting just to be able to see what these teachers need, where is the demand, et cetera. And they can post something more than 100. We're just going to grant as many 100 or less wishes as we can before the holidays. So that's what we want to do with the $5,000. And I want to express my gratitude to the many members of AAUW here in Tucson who have built up some reserves in our treasury. And that's how we've been really able to put the $5,000 into the Tucson Trading Post and elsewhere.
Linda, do we have a formal rollout strategy yet, or are we still working through that?
Do we have a what?
A rollout strategy, a marketing strategy defined yet, or is that still in process?
It is in process. It starts right here. Okay. Actually, there's a link to Jennifer. Okay, because Jennifer's celebration, is that what it's called? Celebration on December 4th. Okay, we're going to be part of that celebration, and that's probably going to be a major time when we will open it up for teachers to start putting their things out there. I'm going to reach out to as many organizations as I can. Maxine has promised me at least one radio or TV interview. We'll see. She didn't promise me. She said she would try. Okay. So, yes, we're in the mid strides. I don't say that, Jane, that it's all written out and in concrete. It's kind of, it will be a constant work in process.
Linda, we have a grants section on the Trek website, and so we should make sure it gets put there.
Great, wonderful. If there aren't any more questions, I'm going to go to the last piece, which is to make some announcements. Okay. Including, Jennifer, since you just spoke, we would like to give Trek a $5,000 grant that will support your teacher leaders specifically. Okay, we think that the teacher leaders, as a way to have a volunteer, an involved volunteer crew that runs the initiative, is a wonderful way to do that. And so once again, we would like to grant you $5,000 towards that particular part of your program.
Thank you so much, Linda and AAUW. That is so wonderful. Thank you.
And yeah, once again, supporting the College of Education as well as the local teacher community. I see I have more chats here and I don't have chat open. Okay, awesome news. Thank you, Mary. All right. Our December Zoom program is going to be a special program. You can see this very large, what is artwork drawn by a wonderful friend of mine whose name is Gail Sherman. She is a certified Zentangle teacher, and she is going to help us to celebrate all the holidays. She's calling it the winter solstice, actually, December meeting. Each person who is a member and signs up will be given a free kit of tools to draw their own wonderful artwork. So they'll each get a packet that looks like this with a fine pen and some of these what they call tiles. I don't know how they came up with that, but they look like tiles. And we invite other people to join us, but we'd ask that they donate $5 in order to receive the supplies. So we will be, there's the registration for the program right there. I think I can put that in the chat. No, I can't do that without getting out of the, so anyway, that will be our special program in December. We usually go to the Arizona Inn, and obviously we can't do that because of social distancing and other things, but I think this will be a lovely way to celebrate and a way for all of you to learn how to make some beautiful decorations of the season. So we hope to have a lot of people on that particular Zoom call. The budget for this year has finally been finished. I have a great appreciation for Jane, because we had lots of transitions in the treasurer position. I was even there temporarily. So that created a bit of difficulty in closing the books and other things, but I really am thankful to Jane. We'll be sending out the budget tomorrow along with a letter on finances. And we will be voting 30 days from that date electronically, both on the budget as well as one officer, and that's Joan Jorgensen, who's on this call. I've appointed her, but she's never been officially voted in by the members for a 2-year term. So we'll be doing that. And then looking forward to January, Alice and Kay once again have come up with a wonderful program around our fellowships and grants. So there, Dahlia Ebiad is an international fellow from AAUW at the University of Arizona. She's from Egypt, and her discipline is language and literature. And she will address us. Just last year we had an international student and everybody really loved that in January. And also we are inviting our University of Arizona scholarship grantees, and I'm pleased to announce that Celeste Atkins has agreed to also be with us and to say a few words about the meaning of her scholarship. So a great program in January. We usually announce a whole year's programs and we have all the restaurants booked and all of that. And this year it's a little more, two months ahead, and we'll tell you what it's going to be because of all of the uncertainty, if you will, that's associated with the COVID. So I'm going to stop there and see there. Thank you, Lakin, or Lori for the meeting registration form there. You can click on it and immediately be connected. So questions about our future events, our wonderful educational initiatives. And by the way, there's more coming. I know that Connie and Anna and a couple of other people are working on some other possibilities that we'll announce out in the January or February timeframe. Shirley.
Just don't forget Great Decisions is coming up. Starting in January, we'll have a kickoff with a speaker, and our group will be meeting on Monday mornings. But I wanted to announce it to some of these teacher groups who might want to share it with high school level students, because it would be appropriate for them too. Maybe they could have an after school program, or one of the groups, at least that I know of, meets in the evenings, and most groups are going to be by Zoom this year, including ours. So there are groups all over at different times of the day.
Okay. Can you give me the website? I'll put it into the chat for people.
It's www.tgda.org.
TDGA.
T for Tucson, G for great, TGDA.
.org. And Shirley, what kind of topics are there for this year?
Funny you should ask. I have them right here. The global supply chain, which everybody is talking about, and Persian Gulf, Brexit, and the European Union, the melting Arctic, China's role in Africa, the Korean Peninsula, international organizations in a global pandemic, and the end of globalization, question mark.
They
So,
all sound fascinating, Shirley, and they're all on that website, right?
and they're listed on the website with a paragraph or so of explanation about the topic, about each topic.
So once again, this would probably be appropriate for high school teachers who are teaching international studies or something like that. Is that,
And
and that makes sense?
kind of thing, yeah, if they're bringing it up to date, yes.
So I mean, we could post that website and the list of topics, Shirley, if you want to send it to me out on the
The topics are all on the website. You can order materials, including a teacher's guide, through the website. The teacher's guide is an online format only, and that would explain to teachers how to guide the discussion.
Mhm.
Because Great Decisions is designed as a discussion program. It's not a lecture.
Well, a lot of these things also can be listed on our new Tucson Teachers Trading Post, TTTP. You know, and the resources, the more resources that we have for the teachers, the easier their job's going to be. I mean, I think that's just the way all of this is going. So
Mhm.
I thank you all for your time this morning, the speakers, as well as those who attended. We will be posting this on our website, along with links to all of the resources that we've announced this morning. Balika, I really thank you for your rapid response. I know you're waiting over there for some materials, but I'm going to post this recording as part of it. So it'll be a few hours before I can get that over to you. And, you know, let's make sure that this coming few months is a lot easier for our teachers. I know whenever we're having board meetings, I see Kay over there after a day of helping her 2 grandchildren to be educated over Zoom. And I know how tough that is for the students. I know that it's really tough for the teachers. And you know, we didn't need this, or they didn't need this on top of everything else that we've talked about this morning. So let's make it as easy as we can for those people who serve us so well. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.